Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Omni demo number 6. And let me share my screen. Okay, great. So let's start. And today on our demo, I'm going to review the staking operations that may be done in the Omni application. But before that, let's refresh what we already have done. So for the staking, we already have a staking dashboard where you can check the information about the network staking. And also staking is available for the networks where we have the staking palette. It's a Polkadot, Kusama, Polkadex, and some other solo chains, and testnet like Westend. And saying the staking operations, I mean the operations that the nominator may make. So it's start staking when you become a nominator, stake more when you'd like to increase your bonded amount. You can change validators that were selected, unstake your tokens and return to stake while you are waiting for the unstaking period. When the unstaking period ends, you can withdraw your unstaked tokens and change the reward destination. So we also talked about the multi-shard staking operation, and saying multi-shard means that you may apply the same operations to the number of your nominators or your accounts. And for multi-shard staking operation, the same set of operations is available as you can see on the screen. If a few accounts are selected, you can stake more, unstake, return to stake, and so on. And the set of operations that are available for the selected accounts is a intersection of two sets of operations that are available for these selected accounts. So we talked about the theory a lot before, and that's why I suppose it's much more interesting to check how it works in the real application. So let me switch to the application sharing. Yeah, so and you see the staking dashboard where the Westend network is selected. You can also select the Polkadot and get the information about the staking and make staking operations. Also, you can select the Kusama network and make the same. And as I mentioned before, other solo chains with a staking palette. But let's try to make the operations on the Westend. So let's quickly go through the start staking. For example, I have this account that's called StakeOps Westend 4. And I'd like to start staking. So I have 8 VNDs on this account. And for example, I'd like to stake 3 and keep the rewards on this account and restake them. And then I can select validators starting from 1 to 16. For example, I select 3, and then I can confirm everything and check the details of operations, all the parameters, and network fee, and sign it with a parity signer. But the more interesting thing, how it works in the multi-shard mode. So let me back to the dashboard, and I'm going to start staking for these 2 accounts. And now you see the difference that here are 2 accounts selected, and available amount is shown from minimum to maximum. So I can stake, for example, 4, and I can restake these rewards. And then I select, for example, these 3 validators and proceed to the confirmation page where I see the accounts, the fee that I have to pay, and validators. And now I'm going to sign it with a parity signer. Yeah, so yeah, I can do it. Yeah, but I'm not going to do it right now because it's better to show other operations. And for example, let's make a stake more. So we have this account that already stakes. And I select stake more. And in that case, I see the available amount of tokens here. And for example, I will increase my stake to 5 VNDs. I see the network fee and click to continue. And I see the same picture. And let's try to sign it with Parity Signer. Okay, so I'm generating the QR code. Click to continue, sign it. And now let's wait. So the transaction was submitted. It was the account number 5. And let's check on the subscan the list of operations that we made. And you see that bond extra happened 16 seconds ago. Okay, sounds good. Then let's try to check the validators. So 3 are selected. And I'm not happy with these validators, and I'm going to change the validators, update validators. And now I select another validators, for example, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I see the account, the network fee, and the selected validators. And I see also the warning that this change will be applied starting from the next era. And I can sign it using the Parity Signer. Okay, then I click continue and scan the QR code and waiting when the operation will be submitting. Great, so let's check it in the subscan. And you see that staking nominate was executed 11 seconds ago. That's pretty good. And let's check. Yeah, you see that now the list of validators was updated and validator 1, 2, and 3 were selected. What about the multi-shard? So we can make this operation in the same way for the multi-shard. Just imagine that I'd like to update validators for this nominator and that nominator. And I can check validators. I'm not happy with them. And I want to change them. So I select 2 accounts and click on set validators. The flow is pretty the same. And I select validator number 2, 5, for example, 3, and let's select 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I continue. So I see the list of accounts, 3 and 5. I see the fee and validators. And once again, the warning that changes will be applied starting from the next era, and I can sign it. So the sign-in process looks pretty the same, except that the multi-frame QR code is animated. And I'm getting the same multi-frame QR code on my phone. It should be scanned. And now I'm waiting when the operation will be submitted. Yeah, so it's pretty fast. And let's check once again the set of validators. And we see that 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. And for this account, I see 2, 3, 4, and 5 again. So the validators were changed for both nominators. And let me check it on the subscan. And you see that 30 seconds ago, staking nominate extrinsic was called. And 4 validators were selected. So everything looks correct. And let's try to change the reward destination. So I copy the address of this nominator by clicking to the avatar, and I'd like to change the reward destination for this account. So I click to change the reward destination, and previously it was restaking the rewards, but I'd like to transfer them to another my nominator account, and I continue, and as usual I can sign it with a parity signer. So okay, I scan the QR code, and okay, sign it, waiting for the operation to be completed. Okay, nice, so it's completed. And now let me check it on the subscan. And you see that set pay was executed, and now it's transferred to this account that I specified when changed the reward destination. Now let's go through the unstaking, because it's the operation that should be done when I'd like to get my tokens back. So you see that there is unstake button, and here is the same. So we can make unstaking for this account, or for that account, or for both of them in the multi-shard mode. And yeah, I see that staked amount is 10 and 5 VNDs here. And I'd like to get, for example, 4 back. It means that I have to unstake 2 VNDs from every account. And also you see that here is the interval of stake tokens is shown. So I have to enter something that less than 5. And I see the fee and also the transferable amount that needed to pay the fee. And now I can click the continue and once again sign it with a parity signer. Just a second. Okay, so the QR code is prepared, and now I sign it. And here I click to the continue, sign the operation, and wait. Yeah, now it's executed. I go to the staking, check the subscan. And now you see that 10 seconds ago, the unbound was executed. And also you can find that the new pages are shown here, and it means that unstaking is ongoing, and I have to wait for 7 hours before the tokens will be unstaked. What else can I do? I can return tokens to the stake. What it means? It means that tokens that I unstake but waiting when the unstaking period ends may be returned back to the stake. And once again, I can do it for these 2 accounts because they have unstaking tokens. But if I select this account, then this operation shouldn't be available because there are no unstaking tokens. So let's try to do it. And unstaking amount is 2 VNDs because I unstaked 2 VNDs in the previous step. And I'd like to return to stake 1 VNDs for each account. Okay, let's try to do it. And once again, let's try to sign it. The same flow with a multi-frame QR code. And then I have to sign it. So it works. And let's review once again. The unstaking is still ongoing because I returned to stake only 1 VND. Let's check on the subscan. 50 seconds ago, a rebond was executed and 1 VND was backed. Okay, so unstaking works. And We also have the redeem. It means to withdraw unstaked tokens to your transferable balance. So let's try to do it. So 0 VNDs are available on this account because the unstaking period is ongoing. The same will be here. And so this account has 5 VNDs that were unstaked before. I prepared it for you. So let's try to make this operation. But before that, let's check this account on the subscan. So you see that unbound was executed 19 days ago, and unstaking period is about 8 hours. So these tokens are already unbonded, and I can back them to the transferable. The transfer of balance is 50. Okay, so let's sign it with a parity signer. Oops. So yeah, seems that I don't have the public key for this account. That's strange. Just a second. Okay, let's once again scan it. Okay, and let's continue. And transaction is being submitted. Okay, so it's done. Okay, let's wait. Seems that it wasn't synced. Yeah, and you see that 16 seconds ago, the withdrawn bond that was executed. And let's check what's happening with the balance. Maybe it wasn't updated. Oh yeah, now you see that transferable balance was increased. So before it was 50.7 and now it's 55.9. And unbonding disappeared. So it was 5.1 and now it's 0. So it means that unstake works well. So let's go back to the staking. And also now you see that for the stake ops, I have the less staked amount because I unstaked 5 dots or 5 VNDs. So I think that's all staking operations that we need for an emulator. And as you see, all this operation may work in the multi-shard mode and a single shard mode. That's great. And let's go back to the slides. So if to review the milestone status, we can say that nominating with multi-shard accounts was completed, and now the team is working on improvements and fixes for this feature. And at the same time, we are working on implementing the multi-sig accounts creation and designing multi-sig transfers and staking so that it will be really easy and comfortable for our users to work with the multi-sig accounts. And that's all from my side. If you have any feedback, please scan this QR code and open the form where you can share the feedback, ideas, contacts, and I'll be glad to see you. So if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat. Let me check if there are some. Okay, so seems that there are no questions. And thanks everyone and have a good day. Oh, sorry, one more question. No, it's just a rocket. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Our team is doing the best. So thanks for participating and see you. Bye-bye.